Hello there and welcome to this video. Well, in this video we are coming to look at a very simple task we've been doing every day in ALX, and then a shortcut we can use to just brush it all up. Are you tired of always writing let me say git add dot, then if you finish, right, git commit -m, then your commit message? Sorry about that. Right, you enter that, then if you finish everything, right, get push. Right, we always do this whenever we want to push our work into the GitHub repository for it to be checked. But then there's a very short way we can always use to just brush this all up. Right, so that is what we want to check in this video. And please, if you've not subscribed, you can kindly hit the subscription button so that anytime I update any useful video, you can have access to it. So without much I say, let me straightforward go into my terminal. So this is what you would likely see when you open your web terminal. Right, I'm using the SSH version in my own terminal. So with this, let's see, I go into, most of the times I would always advise you to work in your home directory. If you list what you have here, you see you have so many files, right? You have so many files. You have so many files, right? They are all showing over here, or better still, let me just list. And then these are all the files we have, right? But then this is your home directory. I wouldn't be advising you work in this root directory. So let's change directory to home. All right, then in the home, I normally work here. So I've created my what do you call it, my folder called document. That is where I keep everything I do. So I'll change in there, and if you haven't created that, you can just say mkdir document. All right, I would advise you make this directory and then you work in there so that everything you have will be very ordered. In document, I've also created the ALX folder. So in ALX, if we list, this is the only repository I have cloned here. I normally don't work in the web terminal. I do it in my own terminal. So if you are using git bash or you are using your own terminal, you can still follow this tutorial as well. All right, but then mainly for those who use the terminal, sorry, the web terminal. So in here, after whatever I do in my repository, I'll have to git add, git commit, and git push. But I don't want it that way. For that reason, ls, and if I ls, this is the only repository I have, so it shows. And then if I create any other file, so let's say touch, or let me list what I have in there. I have a git repository, git directory, and then the readme file. So if I touch test file, and then I want to push, all I'll do is to write git, so G add for A, C, and then P. And if I enter, this is what we see here. It tells me that what I have created this new file, and I want to put it in the branch, the main branch. You see how simple it is? Now all you need to put here is your commit message, and your commit message should be less than 70 key characters. So I'll write my enter in insert mode and write my message here, right? Then just save and then exit using the vim command. So escape then semicolon, then X. X will save and exit it for you, right? And then it tells me that what? It has pushed successfully. I didn't write git add, git commit, and git push. All I did was to use what? gacp. And this is it over here. So how did I go about it? First of all, in your Git repository or in your home directory, that is change directory to tilde, this over here, this key you see. So let's change directory to it, or better still, you can just cd, just write cd and it will take you there. So cd tilde or just cd, and with that, then you want to create a bash file. Sometimes you would already have that bash file there, but if you don't have it, still vi then dot bash rc. Okay, then it will open a bash file. If it is already there, fine, but if it is not already there, then I would want you to write this line in it. So at this stage, you can pause the video and write this line, only this line, if it is not already there. If it is already there, then I'm sure this is how it would appear. It would appear, oh, excuse me. It would appear this way. Right, the alias definitions will be there, but then there will be no line under it. So I would want you to put this line under it. Right, so I'll put this in the description video, in the description section. You can copy and then just paste it. If you want, you can just paste it anywhere in the bash file, right? But then to make everything of yours in order, just copy it and then look for alias definition, this here, then you paste it over there. So alias, right, we are writing gacp and then we are equating it, or we are creating another name for what? Git add, git commit, and then git push. We are doing all at the same time. So if you are done, you exit this. So escape, then semicolon and X, then you enter. With that, you are done. There's just some few things you have to do, right? Git config and then core.editor. Then you change it to Vim. Most of the times it's in nano, and for nano, most people aren't conversant with it, right? The default is nano, but you want to change it to Vim. So right, git config core.editor Vim. Then you enter that. Git not, it is not in Git directory. Well, it says not in Git directory because we are not in any Git directory. All right, so let's change directory to where we were working. And for me, I usually work in my home. So let me just copy where my work is. Then we paste it here. So ls. Okay. So in my directory, in my Git directory, all I do is to go back to the command. And the command once again is git config core.editor, and you're equating it to Vim. So you enter, and now you are good to go. If you have also not synchronized your Git repository to your terminal, then you would have to do that. All right. So with that, these are the command we use. So you have git config global user email. Then over here, you put your email there. All right. So if your email is your name at gmail.com, you write that there. Then you enter. Now, after entering, you'd also put in your username. So With that one too, you write git config global username. Then the name you use in your GitHub repository, you put it where we have this asdfghjkl, right? Now, if you are done with this step, you are good to go. So you can create any file at all. And for instance, let's say, let me list, and I want to delete this test file. So remove the test file. And now I want to commit my changes to Git. So Git add commit push gacp, right? gacp, then you enter. Then you have your pop-up saying you should put in your commit message. So my commit message, I just want it to be test file deleted. And you escape semicolon X and enter. And then with this, you are good to go. Please, if you have any problem, you can just let me know at the comment section. But then in the description section, I'll put in all the commands I used, and then you can just copy them and paste. And take note, for the email, the git config global user email, you put your email there instead of the asdf I used. All right, let me show you that screen. So this is that screen. All right, so what I'm saying is, for this, you would have to put your own email over here. All right, and for this, you'd also have to put your own GitHub username. This line here is to configure the Git to use the Vim. And this line here, you have to put this in your bash rc file, right? So that is it for this tutorial lesson. I hope it helps. Kindly hit on the subscribe button for more video and then notification as well. Thank you.